Okay, begin whenever you're ready.
Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Okay, how's everybody feeling?
Good, very good.
Okay, does anybody have anything I need to know about before we begin? Any shoulder, knee, et cetera, problems? Good, so everybody's feeling good today? All right, so you all are new to the stretch out strap. So the stretch out strap is non-flexible and it has loops. So if you count the loops, the way I work this is I count the loops from the center out. So this would be loop 1, loop 2, 3, 4, 5. And so the first thing we're going to do is just take the strap, put it around your back for a minute. And we're going to warm up our breathing. So before you begin to do anything with the strap, just take a deep breath in. Inhale through the nose, and then exhale. And one more inhale. Good, and exhale. So we're going to use the strap to give us a little feedback. What's really going on in our rib cage? What's going on in our muscles? So you can put your hand in either one or two of the straps, the loops, and put it around your rib cage. So you may want to lift it up a little bit, Krista. All right. As you take an inhale, does your rib cage expand or does it get smaller? It expands. Okay, so give a little pull on the strap, not a lot, we're not trying to crack the ribs. But as you inhale, imagine that you could put air in your rib cage, and what's going to happen is your rib cage is going to expand, and you'll feel the rib cage pushing against the strap. So take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, just assist with that feeling. Now in Pilates, Joe Pilates said, you in the air, you fill up the lungs as if they were sponges, and on the exhale, wring them out. Good. And let's do 2 more of those. And out. And one more. And out. Now take the strap and let it just relax for a minute. Take a deep breath in. And are you aware of anything? So Whitney, what do you feel?
I can feel the expansion of the ribs.
Right.
A little easier.
Yeah, so this is what we use the strap for. The strap gives you a little connection to different body parts that sometimes we think we're using, or maybe we are using them, but if you can feel it a little more deeply, then you can start taking that into your mat work and or your yoga or whatever you do, and that deepens the experience. So for a lot of times with people, when you say let's deepen the experience or let's go in at another level, we think we're doing that, but the whole purpose with the stretch out strap is we can actually feel like we're doing that. So take the strap for a minute and let's go to loop 3, and then I'm going to just check everybody out. And one of the first generation Pilates teachers said there was a piano muscle, and the piano muscle goes from the little finger all the way down the arm, all the way down the back into some muscles. Some of you may know the names of those muscles. She didn't know the names of those muscles, but she would say, as you pull your strap or you're working on a piece of equipment, can you feel your little finger? So give it a little pull, abduct, and can you feel that travel down your back into your back muscles? Good. Can you lift up a little bit? And then lower down. And as you do that, feel the little finger and all the way down. And let's breathe with that. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale and release. So that's one way where we would connect the extremity, the hand, into the core of our body that we work all the time. So we're going to go to the mat and we're going to select a few pieces of mat work that are really facilitated by the strap. So let's go down to the mat. And I would suggest that you start in the second loop. And so just for a minute, I'm going to sit front so you can see the second loop and feel the piano muscle and flex your feet just for a moment. And let's pretend we were doing the 100s and we're on our back, but as we do the beating count, can you connect the little finger into your back. You feel that? So here we go, and inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 5. Do you notice that your tricep connects a little more? 5 and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now from that position, roll all the way down and bring the strap over your head. Bend your legs in and bring them straight up. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Lower your legs. And here we go. And now if I sit up, it's because I'm checking out the room. You don't need to sit up. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5. Nice deep rest, 4, 5, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your knees and hold that position for a moment. Let's say that you're someone with skill and you can put the strap, your legs lower. So you would put the strap under your leg or over your leg. And 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the last 1, 3, 4, 5, and bend the legs, straighten them along the floor, and reach out. Did anybody notice a difference with the strap in your arms?
Yes.
So, Rendy, what did you notice?
Actually felt the triceps working and the connection all the way down into my back.
Is that a good thing?
Yes.
Okay. Krista, did you prefer the strap over the legs or under the legs?
Under the legs gave me more bend, so
Mhm.
I liked that connection.
Whitney?
I agree. I was
Okay.
able to find my upper abdominals more,
Mhm.
the strap lower.
So that's something, if you were going to teach this class to your students, you'd need to know that and let them have a choice. So from here, I'd like you to just roll up, take the strap, and put it on your feet. Now normally we would do a roll up with closed legs, yes? But here we want to take the abduction, and now I want to feel my little toe, as if it was my finger, all the way down the side of my legs up into my back. And then we're going to just let the ends of the strap dangle for right now. And let's roll all the way down and over the head. So we're going to take 2 breaths to roll up. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the head. Inhale and exhale. Then rolling down. And one more. Remember, I'm going to stop and watch sometimes. Keep those legs pulling apart. Try to feel one more. Feel the connection in the hips. So you actually feel the hip joints and over and hold right there. Now let's put it in our hands. Let's go to loop 2. So we felt the roll up with the connection of our legs. What would happen if we went back to the piano muscle and the finger here? And so round forward, let's roll down and arms up, head up, and over. And again, roll. 2, 3, and reach on 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. One more. Back. 2, 3, and 4, and up. 2, 3, and 4. Very good. Quick review. Did you like it on the feet or the hands?
I like the feet.
Feet?
I like the feet.
Feet? Feet. Okay, I happen to like it on hands, but I do like it on the feet too.
Mm-hmm.
So from here, place your feet in loop 2. And we're going to do a little variation on that piece called rollover. When you do rollover, you'll understand, of course, when you're working with the strap, it really doesn't make sense to open and close the legs. So let's roll down on the mat. And because the strap can be a little tricky at first, bend your knees up, extend your legs up, and you can flex slightly. So we're gonna roll over on a full breath. Now, obviously, we can't close, so we'll roll down with open legs. And one more. Try to feel the connection from the toe all the way into your back. Now, lower your legs all the way to the floor if you can. If you can't, don't do it. And up and over. And stay there. Did anybody find that it helps to have that feedback?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Take your strap, you can sit up, and put it on your right leg. So we're going to do single leg circles with the focus of the hip joint. So we all know where the hip joint is? Yes? Okay. So when we make a circle, many times we focus on the ceiling and we're drawing a circle on the ceiling. So watch me for a minute. What I'm going to do is give myself a little bit of tactile, I'm going to close the chain. And then I'm going to think, okay, this is my hip joint. When I do the circles across, I'm going to keep my attention on the hip joint on the floor. So they'll be smaller circles. So let's do 3 crossing over and 3 crossing out. Let's flex the bottom leg and across, around, and up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reverse. Good, and hold that position for a minute. Now, your leg was actually out to the side, so that's something you'd want to watch. Make sure that when you're doing this, your shoulders aren't up by your ears. Press them into the floor, shoulder joint in the floor, neck's long, and then bring your other leg up and change. So you girls are really coordinated there. All right, so here we go, checking bottom legs. Okay. Ready, and inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and reverse. Out, around, and up. 2, around and up. And 3, around and up. And bend. And just extend your bottom leg. So from here, you're going to roll up. So come all the way up. Take your strap. Surprise, surprise. So we all know that rolling back looks really easy. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it is not. So I wrap this around. Be very careful. This should be right around the lumbar spine so I can feel the press of my lumbar spine into the strap, which for many of your students or for yourselves, you're going to feel a curve in there that you may not notice. So let's start crossing over in the front. See this? Crossing over in the front, and give it a little pull. And then we're going to have fun with this. That's what I usually tell people, because it may be a surprise. Make sure you're front on the mat. Here we go, and inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale, balance. And inhale and exhale, balance. And inhale and exhale and balance. So bend your knees in a little bit more. Now, in this position, if you pull out here, you're not going to be able to pump your legs. Does everybody have that experience where the legs are doing the work? Okay. So let's go back 2 more times for Krista, and roll back and up. Good. And roll back and up. Now, what did you learn about that experience?
That I use my legs.
That you use your legs. Is that a good thing to learn?
Yes.
Yes, it is. You see, here's the thing. You can't fix something that you don't know is happening. So this happens all the time. I've taught Pilates teachers, yoga teachers, people who've done this work for a long time, and often you find that this is the case. So from here, and by the way, the rollover you could do in a corkscrew, you realize, and you could do in a jackknife. We're not going to do that. We're gonna open our legs. No, let's keep our legs closed. Let's go ahead and do this one. I think this is gonna be fun. So roll all the way down. Bring your arms over your head. Bring your legs in. And then bring the strap up and just touching the tops of your legs. And inhale out for the double leg stretch and exhale in. And reach out and exhale in. Nice inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now stop for a moment. Just lay your head down and your feet down. Listen to me for a minute. Even though we're using a strap and we're extending our legs and our arms, I want the exhale to come from the center. I want that to bring your hands forward and your legs in. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I should almost see this inhale and then exhale. All right, so let's get into the position again. All right, inhale out and exhale in. That was nice. Out and exhale in. Nice neck position, Whitney. And in, and one more. I get excited when I see it done well, and I just never want to stop. There you go, and come all the way up. From here, we're going to do a spine stretch. So I find a lot of times with new students, it looks like, oh, well, that must be the rest part in the mat list. Do you find that as a teacher? So from here, a little bit tricky, but fun. Put your feet in a second loop, pull your feet apart. Take the next two loops, and by the way, there are longer straps that they make, OPTP for taller people or men. So pull up in the arms, connect the piano muscle to your back. Feel it all the way down into your back, and then abduct, pull your legs apart, and feel that connection into your hips. And then as you take an inhale, you're going to exhale and round forward. You're going to pull up on the strap so you continue to feel that connection. Inhale up and exhale forward. And just like the last exercise, I want you to feel like the exhale really moves forward. Inhale up and exhale forward. Good, and then sit up. How was that?
Good.
Yeah, that makes that exercise meaningful for many people. Bring your feet in here. Continue to hold on and lift up. So now the truth will come. And rolling back, inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Now, I want to point out something since all of you teach. Many times when you're doing this, people don't notice their feet aren't level. So one of the advantages, I can look at the strap, and if I do this, you see, I can see that strap has gone off center. The horizontal line is missing. Up, hold on to your bellies, and one more, good, and hold on, and bend and put the strap down. We're going to try just one side because of a few things I want to show for the side leg series. So for me, I like 3 loops. So if you all you can turn sideways on your mat so your hips are on your mat. Yeah, okay. And from here, actually, take the end and then take loop 1, like this. Good. Now, feel the connection of, it will be your right arm, feel the finger muscle, the piano muscle, pull it down into your back, flex your feet. Let's just do 2 of the leg kicks front, and front, front, and back, and front, front, and back. Now what if you did front, front, and reach back and stretch, and front, front, reach back and stretch, and front, front, reach back and stretch, and bring your legs in. So your bottom leg is going to come forward and stretch up. Good, and from here, I think what we're going to do is come to standing. So everybody knows you would normally do the other side. Okay, and you could do many other things in that position. Let's start with the first loop. And if we were doing an exercise with our hands pronated, and pronation for me, the easiest way to understand that is if I were to stand and my hands, they'd be flat, I probably wouldn't do this. Pronation, your arms will go out in a straight line. So we're going to take an inhale here, exhale out. Feel like the inhale pulls in the strap, exhale out. In other words, your breath moves the strap. Inhale, and exhale. Watch the shoulders, long neck, and feet just under your sit bones. And then come down. Maybe you have been taught this, maybe you never noticed this, or maybe you noticed it and wondered why. Because of the radius and ulna, when we push out, like those of you who are Pilates teachers and do rowing front, notice that the arm goes in a straight line. Now, if you take your hand out, good. Now, rotate it over. Do you notice the arm wants to kind of go out to the diagonal? That's called the carrying angle. And so when you teach this or use it, you want to be aware of that part. So I'm going to widen my strap so that as I pull front, I see that my arms are in a carrying angle. It's healthier for the joints to move this way. And I also feel like I'm scooping up something. So we're going to inhale, scoop something up, and exhale down. And let's go just to the chin for now. And down. And inhale, and down, and one more inhale. Can you coordinate? Inhale, exhale. Good. Down, and one more, and down. A little more advanced, go out to 3. Take the strap over your head. All right, so you go out to 3. You should have 2 loops hanging off the end, so you're not quite. And the reason you know this is if you wanted to take this behind your head, if you were too short, you'd run into your forehead, or you'd scalp yourself if you did it repeatedly. So from here, what I'd like you to do is bring the strap down. Now inhale, lift, and exhale down. If you have mirrors, it's nice to see, for instance, what if I go up like this? I might not ordinarily notice I do that, but everybody sees the horizontal line, and down, and one more up. Widen your feet out, slight turn out of the feet, organize yourself, and we're going to take a side bend. Inhale, think of mermaid, and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. And now think of your right lung filling up, and exhale and come back. Now think of the breath going into your left lung, and back. 2 more. And the last one. And bring it to horizontal. Bring the strap into your chest, and make sure the little loop, if you're lucky, the little loop is right in the center of the chest, and press out. And inhale, and out. Now we're going to start going to our right. So you're going to inhale, pull it in, exhale, inhale, exhale. So are we up for something a little difficult? Yes. Over the top of your head, press your hands out and turn, and back at the center. Inhale, exhale. Can you smile as if you had a wonderful time? Good. And let's bring it down. So, how does everybody feel?
Good.
Open.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you felt open. Anything else in particular that you learned? You've never done this before,
No.
and so did you learn anything?
I love the pinky connection into the shoulder girdle. That helps my neck a lot.
Yeah, you can thank Kathy Grant for that.
Nice.
Would you use it in any of your classes?
Definitely.
Yes. What was your experience? You've done this many times.
Yes, well, I learned that I need to pay a little more attention to where I leave my leg when I fall back.
How about you, Krista?
I felt the connection into my upper back, which is hard for me to bend, but it forced it, especially in spine stretch,
Right.
to open.
Could you feel your lumbar spine? Because I know that you struggle with that, which is why you're rolling back. I expected that to be a challenge, so it was.
Yes.
Okay. One thing I'd like to say about the strap, I would never suggest, for instance, if you were to take this up to your next class, that you do the whole class with the strap. What you do is you pick out 2 or 3 things that you might want to emphasize for the day, and then just put it on the side. Otherwise, it can get messy like spaghetti, and people become a little more preoccupied with where are the loops and where does it go, as you all noticed today. So I'd like to thank you very much. What a wonderful class. Did we do a good job? So